Join me as I dive deep into the mind of Terrence Howard and try to uncover the truth about soul and consciousness. Can I handle the complexity? Terrence Howard is an actor, a musician, a poet, and so much more. With a career spanning over 3 decades, he's been in our faces, on our screens, and in our ears. But beyond the celebrity facade, there's a deeply philosophical individual with a fascinating set of beliefs about the nature of soul and consciousness. In this video, we're going to dive deep into those beliefs and explore what they mean for us as individuals and as a society. Terrence Howard is no stranger to controversy, and his unapologetic approach to life often has him speaking truth to power. From his iconic roles in films like Crash and Hustle and Flow, to his music and poetry, there's a distinct thread of intellectual curiosity that runs through his work. But what drives this curiosity? What fuels his desire to question the status quo and challenge our assumptions about the world? One thing's for sure, Terrence Howard is not afraid to go against the grain. From his views on vaccines to his opinions on spirituality, he's never been one to shy away from a fight. And at the heart of it all is a deep sense of wonder, a sense of awe that propels him to keep seeking, to keep questioning, and to keep pushing the boundaries of human understanding. As we delve deeper into his beliefs about soul and consciousness, it's clear that we're in for a wild ride. So buckle up, folks, and let's dive into the mind of Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard's rise to fame was nothing short of meteoric. With his breakout role in the 2005 film Hustle and Flow, he cemented his status as a talented young actor with a keen sense of vulnerability. But even as he rode the waves of success, he was already questioning the nature of reality, the meaning of life, and the secrets of the universe. Fast forward to 2019, and Terrence Howard found himself at the center of a social media storm, courtesy of a series of cryptic Instagram posts that left fans and critics alike scratching their heads. What was he talking about? Was he having a breakdown, or was he simply tuned in to a different frequency? Around the same time, he began speaking publicly about his views on consciousness and the nature of reality. It was as if he had stumbled upon a hidden doorway, and he was inviting the world to come along for the ride. Suddenly, the actor we thought we knew was revealing himself to be something more, a modern-day philosopher king, driven by a desire to understand the mysteries of the universe. In the ensuing years, Terrence Howard has continued to speak his truth, often to the chagrin of his critics and the delight of his fans. And as we explore his theories on consciousness and soul, it's clear that we're dealing with someone who's not afraid to challenge the norms, to question the authorities, and to push the boundaries of human understanding. So what exactly does Terrence Howard believe about soul and consciousness? Well, buckle up, folks, because this is where things get really interesting. At the heart of Howard's philosophy is a deep sense of reverence for the mystical, the mysterious, and the unknown. He believes that the universe is alive, that every particle, every wave, and every moment is imbued with consciousness. It's a view that's both breathtakingly beautiful and deeply unsettling, because it challenges our fundamental assumptions about the nature of reality. For Howard, the soul is not just some ethereal concept. It's a tangible, living, breathing entity that animates our bodies and gives us life. It's the spark that sets the fire, the whisper that awakens the heart, and the gentle breeze that rustles the leaves of our deepest desires. But what about the nature of consciousness itself? Is it a product of the brain, or is it a fundamental aspect of the universe, akin to space and time? Howard's answer is unequivocal. Consciousness is the fabric that weaves everything together, the thread that runs through every moment, every particle, and every wave. In this view, our individual consciousnesses are not separate autonomous entities. They're interconnected, interdependent, and intertwined. We're not isolated islands in a sea of uncertainty. We're part of a vast cosmic web that stretches across space and time. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, This sounds an awful lot like quantum physics, or maybe even spirituality. And you're not wrong. Howard's views on consciousness and soul are deeply informed by a range of sources, from ancient mysticism to modern physics and everything in between. But what about the implications of these views? What does it mean for our understanding of the world, of ourselves, and of each other? Does it change the way we live our lives, the way we interact with each other, and the way we perceive the universe? One thing's for sure. Terrence Howard's beliefs challenge conventional wisdom in a big way. They invite us to question our assumptions, to challenge our authorities, and to explore the unknown. They ask us to embrace the mystery, to celebrate the uncertainty, and to find the beauty in the unknown. As we delve deeper into Howard's theories, we begin to see that they're not just abstract philosophical musings, they're a call to action, an invitation to live our lives more mindfully, more compassionately, and more authentically. But what about the critics? What about those who say that Howard's views are naive, misguided, or even dangerous? Should we be concerned about the potential implications of his beliefs on our collective psyche, on our social norms, and on our cultural institutions? Perhaps, but perhaps not. Perhaps the real danger lies not in Howard's views themselves, but in our own fearful reactions to them. Perhaps the real challenge lies not in what he's saying, but in how we choose to respond to it. As we explore the implications of Howard's beliefs, we're forced to confront our own biases, our own assumptions, and our own fears. We're forced to ask ourselves difficult questions. What do we really know about the nature of reality? What do we really know about the human experience? In the end, Terrence Howard's views on consciousness and soul are less about finding answers than about asking the right questions. They're an invitation to embark on a journey of self-discovery, of exploration, and of growth. As the great philosopher Alan Watts once said, the primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation, but rather the thoughts about it. Be aware of your thoughts, but don't be your thoughts. Watch your thoughts, but don't be watched by your thoughts. In many ways, Terrence Howard's beliefs are a reflection of this wisdom. They're a call to awaken to our true nature, to transcend the limitations of our conditioning, and to embrace the beauty of the unknown. Consciousness is the foundation of all existence, Howard once said in an interview. It's the foundation of all reality. It's the foundation of all life. In the end, it's not about whether we agree or disagree with Howard's views. It's about the willingness to explore, to question, and to seek. It's about the courage to confront our own limitations, our own biases, and our own fears. As we explore the implications of Howard's beliefs, we're forced to confront the limits of our own knowledge, the limits of our own understanding, and the limits of our own perception. Perhaps the greatest challenge of all lies not in what Terrence Howard believes, but in how we choose to respond to it. Perhaps the greatest challenge lies not in his views themselves, but in our own willingness to question, to seek, and to explore. The universe is a pretty big place, Howard once said. If it's just us, then it's going to be a pretty lonely place. In the end, it's not about Terrence Howard's beliefs. It's about our own. It's about the willingness to ask the questions, to seek the answers, and to embrace the mystery. So what do you think, folks? Do you agree with Terrence Howard's views on consciousness and soul? Do you think he's onto something, or is he simply lost in the wilderness of his own imagination? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our next video, where we'll be exploring more philosophical topics and challenging our assumptions about the world. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on seeking, keep on questioning, and keep on exploring.